Hey, what's up everyone? This video you're about to watch will show you why people are saying that Mongraal is the scariest player in Fortnite. He plays aggressive and wins solo squads, all while breaking elimination records like no one else, and I'm sure there's a lot we can learn from him. We are gonna analyze 3 clips from his 39k solo squad game and take 3 notes from each. So make sure to like the video right now because we are about to take off and you don't wanna miss anything. He is playing to get the most eliminations possible, so he makes sure to push every engage he sees, going straight for the damage trade-off. And he is pretty confident that his opponents can't one-shot him and that he can one-shot anyone. In other words, he can deal out way more damage than the players are dealing to him. The best way to do this is to shoot a pump and follow up with the SMG spray. If you hit good shots, this will be your bread and butter in any 1v1. Make sure to use this technique versus weak threats for quick frags. Aim is the major component here, so make sure to practice it. Not only the pointing part, but also the clicking part. You want to make sure you are the one who shoots first and gets the upper hand in the gunfight. High ground, right hand peek, aiming down the sights and crouching are all other things that can make the difference and turn a 50-50 situation into a free kill. Now we are gonna see Mongraal turn up his builds and edits to the max, making him able to win against multiple opponents. He stops trading damage and straight up starts dealing free damage, by switching into builds instead of the SMG after the pump shot. Then, he uses his edits and resets to block more damage and shoot in between his opponents. In this clip, he starts by dealing as much free damage as he can while the player is in the air, and builds as soon as he becomes a threat. He goes for him first, but then reassesses the situation and realizes that the Ghoul Trooper is the bigger threat, and the one who he should be chasing after. He tries to trade out with the Ghoul Trooper and gets the bad end of it, but Mongraal's building is so sharp and so fast that lets him build out to heal up safely. As he spots the soccer skin by herself, he tags her and goes for a play. With one swift motion he takes control of the wall, edits down, takes a shot, covers up, separates the players, builds to the side and makes another edit play. This is why Mongraal is so scary. After this, he just builds up and catches the soccer skin by herself again. He is now very weak himself and is desperate for the thirst but doesn't really find it. So he switches to metal, turtles up in a 1x1 and holds control of his walls. Mongraal's lightning fast edits create a window where he can do free damage when the player has his pickaxe or pencil out. This is how he finishes this fight. Also, these players could never get him in a 2v1 situation, as he built not only for cover and position, but also to control the fight and separate them to take micro 1v1s. We are gonna keep going in depth on build fighting, how to approach it, what to look for, and what to actually do once you have high ground. If you are in a close build fight, make sure to build with full cover and that you aren't in a position to be caught off guard with your pencil out. Switch to a weapon if you have any building downtime, angle that you can cover right away or are trying to punish a pick from your opponent. Once you take control, keep track of your opponents and catch them when they have their pencil out. And this is why people fight for high ground. It's a power position that lets you take shots when they are trying to build up or are moving without full cover and wasting mats. If they decide not to fight, instead retreat or turtle, make a play on them by dropping with walls and floors in a way that can get you control of their 1x1 and catch them off guard. This was the technique to learn in Season 7 and this is the technique to use in Season 8. Now keep in mind what we talked about as we watch the end of the game. There are links in the description for the full game and other analysis if you want to check it out. And if you haven't already, now it's a good time to leave a like on the video if you learned something from watching Mongraal play. If you want to keep learning more from the pros, subscribe to the channel as we're only getting started. If you have any feedback or suggestions, I love to hear them in the comments. And now let's take a final look at the notes and the key things that we learned today. There's much more that we didn't note. You can rewatch or pause the video anytime that you need. And that's pretty much it for now. Thank you very much for watching.